Good morning, everyone. Crystal here from Bowerbird Publishing, and I'm excited to join you again on this Thursday morning. I am ready to review two fantastic titles this morning, very different, but both worthy of a wonderful review. So very first up, I'm going to review Transition, which is the new book from Rob the Poet. This is his 19th publication, guys, an outstanding achievement. He is a local man from far north Queensland, and the artwork for the cover is done by a local artist who I'm also fortunate enough to be working with by the name of Robin Ross. So the two Robs. It can get confusing sometimes, but the beautiful artwork on the back. Now, Robin has also done the artwork for Rob's other publications, which is wonderful, and you can see the colours are just so vibrant and beautiful. This morning I'd like to share a poem with you from this book. It is called 5 a.m. I thought I had it marked. Now there it is. There it is. And this poem came to mind particularly because it is Mental Health Awareness Month. Is it? Or is it Mental Health Awareness Week? I don't know. Anyway, I've been seeing a lot of Are You OK campaigns on socials. I've got a lot of performances and presentations booked around the month of October, usually for mental health awareness. So anyway, doesn't matter what Rob is all about, what his poems are all about. Sometimes they're hilarious, sometimes they're deep, but mostly they're uplifting. And the idea of his poetry is to just remind everyone that there is a positive outlook in every situation. So I'm going to be reading 5 a.m. to you this morning by Rob the Poet. As I sit and watch the sunrise, I wipe the sleep from my eyes. A brand new day of total pleasure, the kind of experience you cannot measure. A gift of nature for you and me, positive energy is there to be. Take as much as you can and pass it around with always a smile and never a frown. Link up the cosmos with positive flow. What can you lose when you give it a go? So that one's 5 a.m. by Rob the Poet in his new book, Transition. You can get it from my website, www.crystalleonardi.com/bookshop. So go in there, have a look. All his publications are there, and you won't be disappointed. Now, the next book I'm going to review is called Between Husbands and Wives. And if you follow me, you may have seen Susannah Glenn launched this one in Mossman, Port Douglas and Cairns recently. I was fortunate enough to meet her and support her in her launch. I've just finished it last night. I'm going to read a little bit of the back blurb that I think really sums up the story really well. But before I do, I just wanted to say that anyone living in the tropics, anyone who's lived in Queensland will love this book. It's a different genre to what I usually read, but I loved the sauciness in it. I loved the drama and I loved the suspense. It refers so well back to the local area. We have a croc attack. We have references to local roads, parks, Carnival in Port Douglas, and it was just a pleasure to read. It was an absolute joy to read coming from this area and being able to really set myself in the picture. So yeah, Between Husbands and Wives by Susannah Glenn. I believe it is doing really well, and so it should. But the blurb goes like this. A couple moves to far north Queensland looking for a fresh start, but can they escape their past? A page-turning domestic thriller for fans of Sally Hepworth and Leanne Moriarty. On a cold, dark night, two cars collide. Inside the vehicle at fault, Jennifer Ashby survives with barely a scratch. In the wreckage of the second, the occupants are not so lucky. Jennifer's good character helps her avoid jail, but she is traumatized by the event. As her husband John spends long hours at work and Jennifer makes plans to absolve her lingering guilt, cracks begin to form in their idyllic new life in far north Queensland. Will the shadow of their past continue to haunt them? Will their dark secret be exposed? You will have to read it to find out. It promised to be a page-turning thriller. That it is. I've read more thrilling, and I've read more absorbing, in the respect that I could put this one down. I did, towards the end, start really thinking about what was going to happen next, and the twist was unexpected. So I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. A review on the back is pretty accurate. It says a lush, suspenseful domestic thriller, absorbing and intriguing, and that it absolutely is. Absorbing and intriguing is definitely how I would describe it. I'm super interested to hear if anyone who is not from the far north region has read it and what they thought. I imagine the imagery and the descriptions that Susannah provides in the writing and the narrative would be wonderfully captured, would capture the imagination of any reader. I think she's done that really well. She has set the scenes beautifully. So also, if there's any writers out there, take a look at this book for a little bit of an insight into what setting a scene really is and how well it can be done when you're talking about a specific area. So the far north is filled with all sorts of wonderful things that you will not find anywhere else in Australia, let alone the world. So it was a great canvas for her to write this story. Well done, Susannah. Congratulations. I loved the book. And onwards and upwards to you. Please come back. I'd love to review this with you at our book club, Books and Beers in Gelatin, perhaps next year. So let's talk. But that's it from me. 2 books, 2 wonderful books. Again, head to my website, crystalleonardi.com. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.